The 20th of June is Global Car Recycling Day. It's a day to raise awareness of the importance of responsible car recycling. But you may well wonder why that's important. So let's take a look. There are over 1.4 billion cars on the world's roads, and over 40 million of those cars are estimated to reach the end of their useful life across the globe every year. Around 27 million of those are recycled, but that's still 13 million cars a year which are being abandoned or taken to landfill. It's quite hard to imagine 13 million cars, but if you parked them all right next to each other, they wouldn't even fit on the whole of the Republic of Ireland. So why is it a problem if cars aren't recycled? An old car might seem pretty harmless if it's not pumping out nasty fumes, but actually they, and even new eco-friendly electric cars, contain a lot of hazardous and toxic fluids and materials that can really damage the environment if they're left to rot or scrapped without care. The second reason responsible car recycling is so important is that by not reusing the materials, vital resources are being wasted. The fact is, Earth's resources are finite, and there are not enough resources in the world to support the production of new cars into the future. If you're studying geography, business or economics, you may well have heard the term circular economy, and that is what's going to be key to the future success of the car industry. All the resources from old cars can be used to supply production of new cars, protecting natural resources, avoiding landfill, tackling climate change, and making car production truly sustainable. In the UK and the EU, high recycling rates and strict environmental regulations set by governments mean there are plenty of responsible car recyclers to choose from. But many people still don't know that their car can be recycled, and it's the public that's key to making sure that process starts as it should. Living in an economically developed nation, we've all been used to domestic recycling for years. In fact, you probably don't remember a time when we didn't recycle. Can you imagine glass bottles, tin cans or paper not going into a recycling bin? Let's take something you probably recycle regularly, a drinks can. You drink it, rinse it, crush it, put it in the right recycle bin, your job's done. Then it's taken to the appropriate facility where it will be shredded, processed and used in the production of a new item, probably another drinks can. Cars are obviously a lot more complicated, but really the same principle applies. Polluting fluids are drained from the car, tyres and dangerous items such as batteries are removed, the car is crushed, and those cubes are transported to facilities where they are shredded and all the different materials such as glass, plastic and metals are all separated and then processed into new materials that can be used again. Years ago, only the metal from cars was recycled effectively. But now we have the knowledge and technology to make useful materials out of every part of a car. Here in the UK, if you take your old car to a responsible car recycling centre, it will actually be called an authorised treatment facility. This means the business has been approved by one of the government's environment agencies, and a huge 95% of your car will have to be recycled. So, your old windscreen might end up as a drinks bottle, the old tyres may become a new road surface, the plastic door panel could become piping for construction, and the steel chassis frame may become rail tracks. Or all of these parts might just end up as a shiny new car. So what can you do? Unlike litter picking or making sure there's recycling bins in school, we know it doesn't seem like an easy task to help recycle cars. But actually it is, particularly here in the UK. All you have to do is tell people you know who own their own car about how important responsible car recycling is and that they really can make a difference. All they need to do is choose a responsible recycling centre when their old car has reached the end of the road. Maybe your older sister's first car doesn't have many miles left in it, or your mum's been trying to persuade your granddad his old car isn't safe and it's ready to scrap. Whoever it is, just remind them to make sure they use an authorised treatment facility. Like we mentioned earlier, that name means it's been approved by an environment agency that looks after your region in the UK. A car recycling centre with that accreditation will ensure any old car is thoroughly depolluted and recycled responsibly, so no resources are wasted and it won't end up harming the environment. Global Car Recycling Day is working with trade associations, car manufacturers, specialist recyclers and the media to highlight the need for governments across the world to tighten car recycling regulations and support related industries with the infrastructure and funding needed to provide this essential service. Thank you so much for listening. We really hope you've learned something about the importance of responsible car recycling and the vital role you can have in protecting the environment, as well as making the car industry sustainable into the future. Some of you will probably end up working in the car industry. We're sure you'll be great ambassadors for Global Car Recycling Day.